Right, that should be recording now. What I'm going to do on the webinar tonight, I've got three things I want to talk about. All ways that will help you cut your ad spend even more. I've done videos to go with them. I will add them to the members area after the webinar. After we've gone through a few slides, if you have any questions, we'll spend the rest of the time going through questions. So it should take about an hour, I think. I'll probably get through. If I fly through the slides, we'll probably get through in about 20 minutes, and we can do about 40 minutes of questions. And I'll make sure I answer everything that you throw at me, so that when you go away from this, you have no questions whatsoever about how to optimize your ads. Okay, so let's get started. Three things we're going to look at is retargeting, conversion pixels, and then cost per click versus optimize cost per thousand. I know I said that I always do optimize cost per thousand. It all depends on what I'm trying to do. So sometimes I'll actually do cost per click. So I'll show you two campaigns so you can see the difference and why sometimes cost per click is good, especially for data and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get started. Retargeting, what, why, and how. Retargeting is simply another custom audience. You can look at it as a custom audience, but it's a custom audience that allows you to do certain things. So you would have a retargeting pixel on your landing page, and you'll have a retargeting pixel on your thank you page. So by excluding the one on your thank you page, you can just target people who have come to your landing page or your sales page. The reason you would do that is it often takes 5, 10, 15, 20 times people seeing an advert before they buy. Often they go to a website, they're going to buy, and they get distracted. Their wife calls them for dinner. They're at the office, think they'll do it when they get home, but they never get around to it. There's so many things that distract people from buying. So by retargeting them, you're showing them the ads, or you remind them to go back to the landing page or sign up page again. So that's really why you use retargeting. The pixel you use is actually the same on every site. Now, I know most of you probably know this already, and you're getting bored about people talking about retargeting. It's one thing that confuses so many people, especially when you start talking about conversion pixels and retargeting pixels, which are completely different. So we'll try and explain the difference to that tonight. To add them to your site, you simply cut and paste the code, add it into the header of your site. Most themes will have a section where you can do that. If they haven't, you can download a plugin that allows you to do it. So there's never any reason why you can't get a pixel onto a site or the code onto the site. And basically what you do is you will set up the pixel. So with a little bit of code, or a little bit of you tell it which page you want to go to. So you give it the URL of the page you want to track, and you can then do two of them by creating another pixel for another page. Keep it simple. Try not to do multiple pages. Just use one pixel per page. So you set up one code for one page, use the same code on another page, but differentiate it by what you type in. I'll show you all this when we go across to Facebook. This is what retargeting can do for you. This is a 14,000% return on investment. You can see this was a couple of days into the FB Ad Ninja promotion, and you can see I spent $5.55 and I'd made 46 sales just through retargeting. That was an extra $782. When you work out the ROI, that was basically 14,000% ROI. And if you look at the bottom here, it was targeting 640 people. The category was custom audience FB Ninja sales page. The exclude category was custom audience FB Ninja buyers. So when anyone lands on that members page, the first page you go in, I track that, and then I can exclude those people. Age 20 or older, right column desktop computers, and the suggested bid was 16 cents to 38 cents. I actually put it in as 60 cents so that I got a lot more. I sort of made sure that the ad showed. So that's the sort of results you can get. I'm actually up, believe it or not, to about 19,000% ROI now, and I'll just show you that briefly in a moment. I've got a question here. For retargeting on Facebook, can we turn the pixel off if they actually purchase from us so we stop advertising to the buyers? Yep, you do exactly what I did there. You exclude people who went to a page that only buyers go to. So that's where you have 2 pixels, one on the front page and one on the bottom page. And that's really how you do it. You can only exclude though by using the power editor. So it's another reason why you go into Ad Manager and you use the power editor to set up these ads. Once they're set up, you can go back into the Ad Manager and do all your little tweaks from within the Ad Manager. Someone just said, oh my God. Right, so here we go. This is the current state of affairs on this. You can see I've spent $26 now, so my spend's going up. 85 website clicks and 73 checkouts. So I've now done 73 sales for $26. And if you work it out, it's roughly around 19,000% ROI, but I did change the cost of the product. So that's why I can't give you an exact figure. The interesting thing here is you can see when I first started running it, I had twice as many checkouts as website clicks. So basically it's broken up into 2 things. People who click on the website and don't buy, they're just website clicks. People who click on the website and check out who actually buy, there was 46 of them at that point there. Now, a couple of weeks in or a week in or so, the website clicks have gone more. So people are probably seeing it 4 or 5 times and they're not buying anymore. Today, I worked out that I could have cut this cost by about a third or 32%. And that's because I was an idiot. If we go back to the ad here, you can see there's no country codes there. So I just assumed, okay, if people come to it, I'll just advertise it. It doesn't matter what country they're in. The mistake I made was, here we have here Indonesia. I spent $160 sending traffic to Indonesia, 98 cents sending traffic to Nigeria. There was 4 clicks there. Myanmar, which used to be Burma, 85 cents. Philippines, 82 cents. Dominican Republic, 51 cents. United Arab Emirates, 48 cents. Argentina, 46 cents. Vietnam, 39 cents. So some of these would have been genuine, but a lot of these would have been people who are working for ClickFarms and wherever, and they're checking stuff out. Now, I'm not saying for a moment that Facebook got people clicking on ads from ClickFarms. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's probably people doing research. They're checking all the adverts. They're seeing where the adverts are going. So obviously that's costing me money. So when you add the total up, it was $8.65 out of $27.18 as of this morning. So that's 32% of a change. Now, if I call up this here, this is that DriftRock open book software that I did a video for last week. And you can see it's analyzed all these, and you can see some of the countries where they're coming from. Some I don't even know where they are. I don't know what the country code EE is. You can you can do a search for country codes and just type EE and it'll tell you what it is. So there's Greece there, Hong Kong, Hungary, Israel, India, Italy. So a lot of places I don't particularly want to advertise to. And you'll see some of these, the frequency is 112 there. So it's been shown 112 times in that country. 87 there, 154 there, 62. One of them was 400 times. This one in here has got about 400 times it's been shown. 745 for EC, Ecuador, could be Ecuador. 402 for probably Taiwan. I'm just guessing that one. So you can see the ad's been shown loads of times in these countries I don't want it to be shown in. So to cut my costs, all I've done, I've gone to the advert and I've just targeted the usual countries like United Kingdom, Australia, America, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, South Africa. and I've just not bothered retargeting anywhere else. So that will cut my costs going forward. So that 19 or 14,000% ROI could have actually been way higher, about a third higher, if I'd done this when I started. So that's just something you should look at doing whenever you do retargeting now. So I'm certainly going to be doing it. I'm going to be cutting out all these countries that don't work. Yeah, I did cost per click, and I'm going to explain to that about why I did cost per click at later on in the webinar. That's one of the bits that's coming up. And Carl's told me that EE is Estonia. Excellent. I know some Estonians. Nice people. Anyway, so one of the things to pick up from here is always use retargeting. Whether you're doing a list building project, you're doing a sales project, you're even if you're doing an affiliate offer, always use retargeting. We're going to be running the retargeting permanently now. So no matter who promotes it, we'll retarget for them so they get commission. As you can see, it's worth it in the long run for us. So always use retargeting. Always test your pixels. So if you go to, I did publish this link in the forum the other day, http fbadninja.com/pixel. It will take you to a page on Facebook where you can get a pixel testing tool. And I'll show you how that works very briefly. Let me just move this down a bit. You can see here, this site actually is running a pixel. So they're running a custom audience. So they're actually doing retargeting on this page, which is pretty cool. If I go to FB Ad Ninja, you'll see we're actually running 2 pixels on the front page. Don't worry about that error because I've got a pixel running and Pete's got a pixel running as well. So there's 2 there. If I went into the members page, which is there, you'll see there's actually 4 pixels on there. So we've got 2 retargeting and we've got 2 conversion pixels on there. Because once again, I've got my conversion pixel and Pete's conversion pixel because he's running 2. So that's really easiest way to test your pixels if they're working. Just install that little plugin into Chrome. While we're here, you'll see there'll be content there later tonight, conversion pixel retargeting and the webinar replay. Webinar replay will probably be up on Friday because I'm away all day tomorrow. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Any questions on that so far? For list building, can a whole site be retargeted? Yeah. Just put in / as put the domain name and / as the site, or just put a domain name, or you can tick the host to target the whole site. So if you've got 4 or 5 different landing pages, you can do them all. You put the pixel code in the header section of your theme. So let me show you. Hopefully I won't have to log in here. Good. So you go to your theme page and you will see here that let's go to general settings. Header code, there is my Facebook pixel there. So I just post it in or paste it in. This is actually in the video. I actually did this for the video that I was doing today. I have got a plugin there. Where is it? I've got lots of plugins there. It's called OH. Where are we? OH Ad Script Header Footer. So I've installed that today. Go to all pages. Giveaway survey. If I go to edit there, you can see I've got a script ad there. So if you want to add it to an individual page, or you want to add a conversion pixel, you can get this plugin or another one, and then you can just add it where you want. This is a conversion one here. You can see it's for text pixel. Text pixel. Oh, I need a drink. Water, obviously. Okay. So that's back to that. Does that all make sense so far? So you're all happy with retargeting so far? Cool. This is the difference between retargeting pixels and conversion pixels. Right, conversion pixels record a positive action. For example, a sign up or a sale. So if there's some action being taken, you use a conversion pixel will record that. You normally place it on a thank you page or the page that someone goes to after they've done that action. So the first page of a membership site, for example, some page where people land when they sign up for the first or sign in for the first time, you would put it there. Okay, and all that does is records sales, leads, registrations, anything like that. Retargeting pixels just record an action. So the difference there is a positive action to an action. An action being they land on a page or they land on a buy page. But the main one is they land on a page. So if you land on a landing page and do nothing, they're recorded. If they land on a landing page and sign up, they'll get recorded. So it doesn't matter. It's just remember that it's just to record an action. So, as example, landing on a page. So you have the retargeting pixel on a sales page and the thank you page. So it records both. People have gone to the sales page, people have gone to the thank you page. Therefore, if you remove the people who've been to the thank you page, you've got people who went to the sales page and didn't buy. Cool. So you've all got that, yes? No more questions about retargeting pixels, I hope. Right, conversion pixels, the next type of pixel. Now, these are for conversion tracking pixels. I've got loads more, but these are the ones I want to show you, or one of the ones I want to show you. This is on the sales page or the landing page of FB Ad Ninja. So the category is checkout. So basically, someone's bought something when they go to the page that's on, which is the members page. So this records everybody who's been there. Okay, and it's normally used in your ads. Have I put a bit of code in here? No, I'll show you. I will actually show you a bit of code. Where are we? Let's go to conversion tracking. Okay, so we've got, let me have a look at this test pixel. Why is it so hard for me to say tonight? So we view the code for this. Right at the very bottom here, I can't really zoom in on this. You'll see there's a bit that says value equals 0.00. If you change the 0.00 for an amount, i.e. $17, $27, it will be recorded in your ads. So I put this on the other day. I didn't run it, wasn't running it all the time. I think I put it on the retargeting one. Let me have a look. So you can see the conversion value here. Two different adverts there. The conversion value of that one $729, and that one there is $162. So you can actually see how much each of these ads are earning. What you need to do though is put that amount in before you start, not halfway through the campaign, because I really sort of messed up there. But learn by my mistakes. So you just type in the amount there, and you will then get this conversion value that Facebook can work off. But the main reason for showing you this is under actions. There are three options there. Share pixel, not really worried about that. Create ad, that's okay. I can do that in other parts. Create lookalike audience. Now, who can see how powerful that could be and why that is so powerful? While you're trying to work out that and type your answers in, why is that create a lookalike audience so powerful with conversion tracking. Claire's asked, so retargeting is for you to test your sales copy. No, it's not. Retargeting is just so when somebody comes to your site, so say for your site, for example, Claire, someone comes there to read up, see all the success stories on there, whatever you've got on there at the moment, and then they get distracted and they go away and they completely forget about it. When they come back to Facebook, they're going to be looking through and your advert will be popping up 20, 30 times in the sidebar so that they get reminded to go back and purchase. Right. Now, the reason why this is so powerful, as no one will give me the right answer, is Conversion Pixel is somebody who's bought. So this is somebody who's converted. So they've signed up. This is someone who's registered. So maybe they're a lead. Create a lookalike audience means that Facebook are going to go out and find people with the same traits as your buyer. So they'll have bought similar things on Facebook. They'll be members of similar groups. They'll have liked similar pages. They'll probably be similar ages. There'll be similar demographics. They'll have similar interests. And Facebook will give you around about 2 million people, between 1.8 and 2 million people who fit your profile of your people who have checked out. Now, can you see how powerful that is? Yeah, exactly, Carl. You get more targeted buyers based on your original buyers. So now you're not just going people who like weight loss and people who like Herbalife and people who like Slimmer's World. You're targeting people who have actually liked or actually taken action on your site. Yep, excellent. You get it. Well done, guys. You need 100 people per country that you're going to target. So you need 100 people in the United States. You need 100 people in the United Kingdom if you're going to target United Kingdom. You need 100 people in Australia if you're going to target Australia. But as soon as you get 100, obviously it might take 24 hours or so for it to kick in. But at one point, as soon as you have 100 people there, Facebook will go, okay, I'll find you 2 million people that you can target. And then once again, you can then break them down. If you know that your ideal demographic is women who live in Cardiff, who like The Biggest Loser or something, who own their own business, you can put all those bits back in against those 2 million and bring it down to 60,000 or something, and then target those. We're actually targeting. In fact, I'll show you. I love giving away my secrets, don't I? Let me go to campaigns. You'll see exactly who we're targeting. I have been tweaking this, so there we go. Okay, I've turned it off at the moment. Good. That's the reason it's off. I was day partying. I forgot to turn it back on again. So where's my little geisha? There's my geisha. Okay, so here is a custom audience. It's a lookalike audience for people who actually bought our WTF product. So the people who registered on WTF, I've targeted age 35 to 64 because I know that's our target age. And it's 162,000 people we're targeting. I've also added small business owners. So we're selling, we want to try and get FB Ad Ninja in the hands of small business owners. Rather than just get it straight into the IM crowds. That's what we're actually focusing on at the moment. We're going to use affiliates to get it into the IM crowd, and we're just targeting on getting small business funnel for small business owners into our funnel because we've got a nice little plan to come along. So you can break it down like that. I could, if I took off small business owners now, I'd be targeting probably about 1 million people. But at the moment, we're testing small business owners, and it's working because some of these people are going. So we've had 23 clicks there. Those people go straight on the retargeting list. So we don't actually care if these people buy. The whole point is we don't really mind if they buy. What we're trying to do is get people to go through the website, and then we can retarget them. Simple as that. So your actual benefits of using retargeting and an advert are really good. So you see this advert here is all it says: slash your ad costs, optimize your Facebook ads, save money, and increase conversions. So they're looking at it, and then we immediately start hitting them up with retargeting adverts. I'm not sure what they say today. We change these around a little bit. We're running the sword one today. Slash your ad cost, optimize your Facebook ad, lower costs and higher conversions, FB Ad Ninja, and don't miss out. So it's saying the same thing, but slightly differently. And we've got a similar theme with the pictures, which is quite deliberate. Comprende, mi amigos? Do you use retargeting audience for other products? We don't. We could do. So we could use our retargeting list for WTF for FB Ad Ninja. We would probably use it the other way around because WTF is a higher price product. So what we'll probably do is we will run ads later on against for WTF against our retargeting pixel, but we don't generally do it. We've got our hands full with this enough at the moment. Oh, you can see here, these are the countries here that I'm now targeting, which I wasn't doing earlier. Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, Ireland, New Zealand, United States, South Africa, 20 and older. I haven't bothered messing with the ages yet. And custom audience, FB Ad Ninja sales page, FB Ad Ninja buyers, and it's now 1,020 people. Okay. Yep. Carl, pretty much. So Carl said there's a huge market research campaign to see how well your original targeting works. Then you can scale it up once it's all fine-tuned. Yeah, exactly. Really, the only thing we're trying to do, as I said, we're not trying to sell straight from the ad. Doesn't generally work that well on Facebook, but retargeting does work. Retargeting works very well. So all we're really doing is driving traffic to get people onto our retargeting list, and then we can sell to them. You see the click-through rate on the retargeting is 0.1%, which is not bad for the sidebar. For the actual ad, it's appalling. It's really bad, but it doesn't matter. So it's just to get them onto where are we? 0.18% and 0.2%. So that's pretty poor. But it's not the point of it. If we were trying to sell 20, 30 copies a day from this advert, then that would be terrible. We'd be doing a lot more work on it. But it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's just driving a few clicks across so we can get the retargeting going. The retargeting audience lasts for 180 days, Jeff. Well, it's normally set to 30, but you can increase that to 180. Mary, when you say show me what figure you're adding to the heading to help you track, really all we're using is the let me go in here, edit. So this is the conversion pixel code. You can just see down the bottom there. We're adding that to that page, and then on the header, come on, slow internet. General settings. We've got the retargeting pixel there. So I've got retargeting pixel there that goes on every single page, and I've got the conversion pixel just on the page that I want to target. I want people to target. Yeah, Carl, you can use it with other if you're running other ads. So if you're running, let me see, what ads will we be running? AdWords. So you're running AdWords to a landing page. Then if you've got your Facebook retargeting pixel on there, then any of those people who land on there and have got Facebook accounts, then boom, you've got them. And for you guys in WTF, I showed you how to run some native adverts. Well, you can imagine the traffic I was driving from CNN and Fox to my site, I could retarget them on Facebook. So I was getting lots of traffic really cheaply, between 10 and 14 cents, I think, from places like CNN, Fox, etc. So once they're on my page, I can retarget them. So it works both ways. Can I do a quick overview of what we covered so far? Okay, let me just go a quick. Right, so far, bear in mind, this is getting recorded, so you can always go back over it. We looked at retargeting, which is what, why, and how you should retarget. I showed you my amazing stats. That's really why you should be retargeting. If you're not retargeting now and you see that and you're still not retargeting, I would probably go and open an ice cream store or something, because you're probably not set out for internet marketing. You won't get stats like this anywhere else but Facebook and with retargeting. So please do it. We talked about retargeting countries and how you need to add countries into your ad, or else you'll do what I did and pay 32% more than you should pay. Always use retargeting. Get the retargeting pixel tester from FB. Well, that's just a redirection link, fbadninja.com/pixel, because the link was massive. So, and you'd never remembered it or be able to write it down. But just remember fbadninja/pixel, and you'll get the Facebook testing app. And the difference between retargeting and conversion pixels. So that's what we've done so far. Mary, no, at the bottom, I just added in the conversion pixel. There's a little part of the code that says value equals 0.00. If you change the 0.00 to the cost of your product, so $27.97, then Facebook will take those figures and put it in your ad campaign for you. So when you look, you can see how much you've earned from your adverts. Carl, the difference between native ads and dark posts, completely different. Whole other topic, whole another webinar. Haven't really got time to cover that here. My other choice apart from Rev Content is content.ad at the moment. I've stuck $100 in there about a month ago, not used it yet, so I'll probably run some ads from content.ad soon. You can get 5 cents clicks from content.ad if you send them to an article and not to a landing page. So 5 cents a click, yes please. So if I write an article, if I do an article about Facebook ads and how to get them cheaper, I could drive traffic from Fox, CNN, etc. In fact, I might just do that tomorrow. Thanks for that question, Lynn. You remind me I had $100 in there. Yeah, Guillermo, I'll see if I can get these slides to you as well. What I'll be actually running a similar webinar in 2 weeks' time for anyone new who signs up. So you guys want to come along to that as well, you can do that. No, with my TruePixel, I don't need a plugin to input the header code. Well, the retargeting pixel, I don't need a plugin, but for the conversion pixel, I do, because if you put it in the header, it goes on every page, which completely ruins the idea of having a conversion pixel. So you put a conversion pixel using the plugin so that people go to that page. Rich has asked a really good question. Have you found advertising cheaper if you send people from ad to Facebook tab rather than external site? Sometimes, yes. I just don't like doing it. I really don't like sending people to a tab. It's something else to go wrong. it's because it works basically with a redirect code. So you've got a redirect code. So they click on the ad, so that the ad takes them to the tab. The tab redirects them out. I just think it's sometimes a little bit cumbersome. So generally, I just take them straight off of Facebook onto the page. That's where I can retarget them nicely. What happens if you use your Facebook retargeting pixel on non-Facebook traffic? If they've got a Facebook account, they get added to the list. Does the retargeting pixel work for Facebook organic reach as well? I'm not sure what you mean, Guillermo. Yeah, Jeff says more distractions on Facebook tab or page than on your own page. Most definitely. The tabs are still surrounded by all the crap that distracts people. When they come to my landing page, all they see is what I want them to see, my message and my sign up button. Okay, let's go on. Next bit is interesting. I mean, really interesting. Okay, cost per click versus optimized cost per thousand. Before we get into this, you need to understand how Facebook use your budget. Now, if you're doing optimized CPM, that's a nice little 24-hour or nice little clock there, and you're doing $10 an hour, $10 a day is your budget. Well, that's working out at 42 cents an hour, okay? Because what Facebook does, they take your budget, they divide it by 24, and they run it around the clock. So they'll fit it in, your impressions in over 24 hours. So if you're getting a CPM of $4.20, and that's pretty cheap, you're only getting 100 impressions an hour. If you're getting $8 CPM, well, then you're getting 50 impressions an hour. So you can see that when you're in your data phase, that's not ideal. To have 100 or 50 impressions an hour every hour is not ideal. You're not going to get that much data from that. So here is a comparison. Oh, I can't get my words out at the moment. Right, so here we go. This is optimized CPM. So I'm running a campaign here. They're different campaigns. That doesn't matter. You can see the impressions here. I've had between 600 and 800 impressions, and I'm paying $7.22 per 1,000 impressions. Okay, I spent $12 there. Here is another campaign. This is cost per click. I've had 28,000 impressions, and I'm paying 25 cents per 1,000 impressions. But my cost per click is 53 cents or 57 cents per click. So here I'm paying for the clicks. Now for Facebook to spend my $5 or $10, they've got to send in loads and loads and loads of impressions. So this ad's got to be showing all the time and everywhere. So I'm actually getting a little bit more data. So I'm seeing who they're targeting it to. There's more chance of people clicking. Here, my $5 a day or my $10 a day, I'm getting between 600 impressions. Here, I'm getting 28,000 impressions. I'd much rather get 28,000 impressions. Facebook will work harder to try and blow my budget here. Does that make sense? No, these are newsfeed ads. Sidebar ads at the moment, which is why they're pretty cheap. So I'm just running I think this is, I can't remember. I think this is the sales campaign I'm running, and this is the retargeting campaign. Because the retargeting campaign, I generally am running cost per click now. But this isn't all black and white, and this is where it gets confusing. Okay, so this is cost per click. No, this is OCPM. $5 a day at, as I said, $5 cost per 1,000 gives you 1,000 impressions, and you get 42 impressions an hour. With cost per click, $5 a day at 50 cents a click equals 10 clicks, equals 1,000 impressions if you get 1% click-through rate, which you should be answering. So they're both exactly the same. So cost per click, in these cases I've shown here, cost per click and OCPM would pretty much get you the same for the same amount. So there's not much difference. I've done that. Right. This is where it all starts to become clearer. Okay, the top line here is cost per click. And you can see here the reach was 110,000 people. The ad was shown 4 times to people, almost 500,000 impressions. I got 84 clicks. Clicks rate was pretty rubbish. I spent $44. This is the important bit. Cost per 1,000 people, 41 cents. And I paid 53 cents per click. Now, compared to this other campaign, which was an OCPM campaign, I only reached 9,000 people. Doesn't matter really. It was only showing 1.39 times to people. Only 12,000 impressions, but I had 213 clicks. 1.61 click-through rate. It was okay. I spent $90. No, that doesn't matter for this. Cost per 1,000 people was $9.81. So for 1,000 people doing CPC, it was costing me 41 cents. For 1,000 people OCPM, it was costing me $9. But once again, when you look at the cost per click, it's actually less than the CPC. So you can see how really the figures don't mean that much, and they actually don't vary that much in the long run. All these people saying that cost per click, you should always run cost per click, or you should always stick to OCPM, which I always used to do. I always used to run it at OCPM. When you start testing stuff, you'll find that the difference isn't that much really. And with cost per click, you get a lot more views, but not necessarily more sales. Miracle, yeah, I'm running one at the moment. Miracles asked, have I ever run a website conversion campaign on the sidebar? Yep, that's the one. The one I showed earlier was, in fact, we'll go and have a look, show it again. I'm sure you guys never tire of seeing this. Website clicks. That's a sidebar campaign, and that's also a sidebar campaign. So you can see, run them in the sidebar, they work fine. So I'm hoping that that is nice and clear now to you guys. We've got some more interesting things. Cost per click. This is what I use. I generally use cost per click for now. Data gathering. So for the first 2 or 3 days, I'll run cost per click. And for retargeting. OCPM. If I'm list building or doing a long-term sales campaign, I will use OCPM. There is nothing stopping you testing. You can swatch. My God, I'm getting bad. You can switch your ads from cost per click to OCPM, or run 2 ads, one at CPC, one at OCPM, run them for 24 hours and see what the difference is. Generally speaking, as I said, it won't be that much at the end, but the amount of data you've got coming in will probably be more. You can see where the impressions are coming from, generally speaking, Arnold. Arnold said, can you analyze impressions? You can see what target group as well. We'll go in a minute and we'll have a look in the reports. Obviously, you can't tell who's clicking, but you can see where most of the clicks are going. So what age group are in that custom. If you're running a custom audience site, you can see what age group that custom audience is. Especially, and it's much better, obviously, for CPC for doing that. Cost per click, use day parting with it. So work out what time you guys are up and about and clicking on your ads, and use day parting. What happens with cost per click when you do that? If you've got $10 budget, Facebook will spread it out during the day, right, over 24 hours. If for half that day your ad isn't showing, Facebook still wants its $10. So it's going to show more and more impressions trying to get clicks for you. So you get your $10 cost per click in 8 hours or 12 hours rather than throughout the evening or throughout the day. So it works really well. So just day part it when you're doing cost per click. and you get a lot more traffic a lot quicker. Yeah, eat some sugar, your brain needs glucose. It sure does. I went out for a nice long run earlier today. I'm still recovering. So what's coming? I'm going to go a Q&A session in a second. Next week, I'm doing a free report for you guys. Well, I'm just doing a free report, and I'll give it to you guys. It's about some nice, tricky little stuff we're doing at the moment with email marketing. We're going to start working on something called Retargeting Ninja coming up, whereby we'll go really deep into retargeting. And I mean deep, as in email retargeting and stuff like that, stuff that you probably haven't seen before. And then we were updating WTF as well. So we're working on that at the moment. So that's going to be a whole new set of videos going there. So that's something to look forward to. So you've got WTF guys, will see that come up soon. Okay, let's go in and quickly have a look at some reports. Right, so let's have a look at my retargeting report, I think. I don't know what I did that for. Let's go with a general overview. What we're going to do, respond to demographics, I think will be good enough. Okay, so this is obviously running cost per click. This is one we'll look at here. Let me just add filter. No, we ain't got that. Okay, never mind. Oh, that was sorry, that was an ad set. We have an ad set. Contains small. Okay, so here we can see who's clicking there. Okay, but what we also get is the reach. That's an important thing to have. So we can see that 45 to 54 male, the reach is quite high. 25 to 34 male is very low. This one guy's been shown the ad 4 times. You can see it's 4 impressions. 45 to 54 male reaches 2,000. That's pretty cool. That's not a bad number of people. And as I said, these are small business owners. So we get to see what they're doing. We can see that males 55 to 64 have had most impressions, averaging 3.72. So you do get a little bit of data in there. We've got to edit columns and demographic. And we can see cost per 1,000 people reached. I quite like this report, this column here. So what we got, 45 to 54, it's cost us 36 cents per 1,000, 18 cents for male 35 to 44. You can actually see what my target demographic is just by looking at this. So remember, this is a lookalike audience that Facebook gave me on people who are like people who bought WTF. So 35 to 54, so 35 basically to 64 is basically the age group that's working for us. And you can see that there. Okay, so you can see with your reports, you get a lot of clues as to who you should be targeting. We can see where our spend was. Cost per unique click, 30 cents, 91 cents, 47 cents. Do you just run these 24-hour or time-based ads now using Quora? No, I just stop them and start them, as I showed in the course videos. Quora is $149, I think. And the only thing I'd really use it for is stopping and starting ads. So I might as well just do it manually. So I'll probably stop them when I finish tonight about 1 o'clock, and I'll start them probably lunchtime tomorrow. If I was around, I would anyway. I'm out all day tomorrow. With day partying, you have to pause the ad manually. Is that correct? Yep, unless you use Quora. What's retarget? I've got no idea. What's our supposed to be retargeter.co, isn't it? Probably just somebody's using it as a redirect. Okay, so any more questions or anything you want me to show you inside this? So we've got about 10 more minutes left. Do you find that useful? Excellent, thanks guys. Yeah, great. Glad I did, Graham. Oh, and Graham, thanks for speaking to Mark for me. He was very impressed. But he spent all day. Well, basically, he took two days off work to work on what he was talking to you about. Great stuff. Good. Claire, those age ranges are generated by Facebook because obviously Facebook knows who's clicking on the ads. So they just in the reports they will just show you their age range to within 10 years. You can actually, if you run your adverts yourself, you can actually do 5-year ranges. Michelle, it'll be in the members area, and I would say Friday. It'll be up on Friday. Hopefully, I might get it up tomorrow, but it sometimes takes a bit of editing, and they're sometimes quite. This one will be probably about 2 gigabytes when I get it, so I need to get it down in size, or you guys will never get it. Jim, the day parting technique is in the Ninja Tips. Yeah, I did test, Carl. That's why I've paused the cartoon image and I've got the image of the girl running and the image of the guy. Guillermo, yes, it is possible to use a single retargeting pixel to populate multiple custom audiences. Your retargeting pixel is the same for every single site you do. The only difference is, in fact, I'll show you. Yeah, let's leave. Bye. Go. Audience. You can see some of actually you can see some of the sneaky stuff I'm getting ready to do. That's FB Ad Ninja. Opened, clicked, and didn't buy. FB Ad Ninja. I've got some others down there. Open, clicked, and bought. Open, clicked. No. Opened and didn't click. Didn't open. So just saying I'm testing. So right, here we go. This is pixel details. No, we don't want that. Where we want it. We want to edit it, don't we? So here is the FB Ad Ninja sales page, and this is people who visit the sales page. I'm targeting all website visitors here. I can target specific pages by adding something in there, by adding people who visit fbadninja.com, or I could do every page just by doing that, or a specific page by putting another URL in. I'm not going to do that. So we can cancel that. So that's targeting. I'm going to do that. That's targeting people who visit all the pages. Okay, any page on FB Ad Ninja, because this is the buyer's one, and you can see here I'm targeting people who visit fbadninja.com/members. So anybody who's bought goes to that page. So now I know So it says here, members page access. I put a little note to myself, exclude there. So I can exclude these people. It's exactly the same pixel. In fact, it's actually the same pixel on every one of these. You just differentiate it by the URLs that you add in. Yeah, I definitely still favor dark posts. So you can use a dark post and page post engagement. Doesn't matter. Dark posts are really, I think, the way to go because of all the benefits that I've talked about, like having more characters you can use, be able to use multiple pixels, etc. Yep, Miracle. I'm day parting manually when I remember. No, Mary, the FB Ad Ninja members page where the videos are. David, it's really easy to do Facebook advertising. Go in there and create an advert. Seriously, it's the easiest way to learn Facebook advertising is to create an advert. David's saying that he's a newbie and he's never done Facebook ads in the past, never done Facebook marketing. At one point I'd never done it. Everybody on this course hadn't done it at one point, and the easiest, I could sell you a dozen courses on it. It's no point. You will learn more by just going in there, running an advert, then using these techniques to refine your ads. Get yourself a $5 budget a day and set up an advert. Facebook will tell you if there's any issues with it. Go and do an affiliate, even if it's an affiliate program, or drive people to a landing page. Whatever you want, just do an advert. Even do one to get some likes on a Facebook page and create the advert yourself. If you want to just pick something random, do it, post it in the FB Dynamo area, and myself, and I'm sure all these guys here will talk you through it and tell you what changes to make. You will get more value in spending money running the ads than you will on buying a course on how to do it. When I retarget small audience, do I have any rule of thumb about setting a daily budget? No rule of thumb whatsoever. I always start off with $5 or $10, and then I'd see what happens then. Yeah, I do believe sidebar ads are getting slightly bigger. Facebook are doing lots of changes at the moment. Facebook no longer uses all the budget for CPM. Yep, exactly. That's why I had the picture of the clock there, sort of as a visual reminder to people that with CPM, they break the budget up into hourly segments. They would use, actually it could even be minute segments, but generally speaking, they'll use it per hour. So you have your $4 an hour, 42 cents an hour they'll spend or whatever. Day parting does work on cost per click because obviously they're trying to get your budget out of the way. Now, Mary, that July the 6th, or it could be July the 9th. I need to check the calendar. I put that up there because obviously if somebody buys this course tomorrow, they're not going to get onto this webinar. So I'm going to run this webinar again in 2 weeks' time for anyone new that comes on board. So if anybody else wants to get on it as well, it'll be pretty much the same. If there's anything different, I'll let you know. What would be your ad strategy, CPC, OCPM for getting opt-ins to your list? I would run CPC for the first 24, 48 hours so you can see exactly what you're getting coming through, and then I would go OCPM, definitely for list building. No, Guillermo, I haven't tested video ads, mainly because they generally play with the sound off. If I could do a really cool advert like you see on TV with sort of text and graphics, then I probably would. But generally speaking, the only video adverts I've seen I've ignored. Even if they play automatically, you still can't hear what they're saying. So you need to sort of put a sign up saying, "Hey, click the speaker button down below and point to it or something." So no, I haven't done it. We don't say we won't do it, but at the moment I don't really see the point to it. Okay, guys, any more questions? No, thank you, Mary. Okay, if there's no more questions, then I will call it a night. Thanks for turning up, guys. And I said, I hope you found that useful. Remember, you can ask any questions in the FB Dynamo area if you want, or below the videos. I'm not around tomorrow, so I'll answer them on Friday. Please tell me there'll be a replay. Yeah, there'll be a replay, Joe. Don't panic. I remember to start recording it. Yep, David, it'll be in the members area. As I said, probably Friday now. But I'll finish it now. I'll start getting it rendering and converting and uploading. So you might get it in the morning if I get up early enough before I have to go out. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Once again, thank you for turning up. Appreciate it. I hate talking to myself. And I shall see you in the members area. Bye.